Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. Here's the last of this first, well, almost set of videos, really.
The Lolma set.
Exactly.
I don't even remember. Wait, do I? Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck's going on here?
What is going on?
Oh no, she doesn't have like a starting item.
No, she doesn't.
What the fuck? You fuck me in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, back
Alright.
into things.
What were we talking about before? I need to.
We're talking about ESO and issues with it.
Oh yeah, ESO. Oh, we were bot and I was going top. Anyway,
Yeah.
so ESO, that's a game that I was at first saying that game's not going to be good. But Ian was like, it's like multiplayer Skyrim. You were saying, yeah,
I don't think
you
I
were.
said it's
You
like
were.
multiplayer Skyrim.
Yeah, you were. You were like, it's multiplayer Skyrim. I remember what you were talking about.
No, I
remember
said
the
I wish. That's what I wished for. It was not like multiplayer Skyrim.
Okay, well, yeah, call me a liar.
It's like I felt like it was a generic MMO with a Skyrim wrapper, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
But I was hopeful for it because some things did look alright, and if they could be developed further, would be pretty interesting.
And Ian, in that instance, forgot the first rule of LP Incorporated: leave your hope at the door.
Yep, yes I did.
And it
Perhaps it
turned
was just my want of a multiplayer Skyrim, which I'm sure many people would like.
Well, have you seen the new? Well, I'm not gonna go into mods. I'll tell you about it later. But so as far as I can tell, I have not read anything new about it. But there's a dupe glitch. There was a dupe glitch, like in every single fucking Elder Scrolls game known to mankind, because I seem to not be able to get that, glitch undone. And so when it was found out, when like the test players found it out, and they told ZeniMax apparently did not fix it at all and released it with the glitch.
Nice.
Thanks. And then when it came out, they were saying how people were lying about the glitch, and the people who were like reporting other people were getting banned for like hacking, like they were the ones hacking.
Yeah,
and then like because they were getting banned, and those were people that paid for like 6-month subscriptions.
Yeah, and this is an issue from the beginning. I believe it might have even been found in the beta.
Yeah, the dupe glitch. Yeah, the dupe glitch. Yeah,
which they made out to be a very exclusive beta.
Yeah, beta with like no fucking.
Go for it. Oh, okay. I went for it.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Oh crap! Oh shit! I'm about to die. Anyway, yeah, a beta without the Imperial class. Early on.
Well, it's a race. It's not even a class, really.
Like early on when they started like, talking about the game, I knew immediately what ZeniMax wanted. I knew what their entire goal of the game was too, and they basically did it. Was
just to generate some money. And
when it said there was gonna be a $60 retail fee and then like a $15 subscription fee, no way does any game do that. Usually those kind of games are just like the free, like the $60 and then like they're free. Got him.
I was going for that.
You were not.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
But yeah, that was too much. They did actually, I believe, change some of that.
Yeah, and then I found out it was still $15.
And then they brought it. They took it off for a while until like they just released it, and then changed it back.
Like what kind of people do that? Honestly.
Yeah, that was too much. And I was disappointed to see the issues I saw in beta were still there. I mean, I kind of, by the last beta I played, was kind of losing hope. Because by, like, I think it was the third part of the beta I played on 3 instances of the beta.
Right.
Things were still not being fixed.
Nice.
and there was the same issues. Back
I
up.
got it.
So I was gonna go over there, and even into the main game, same issues. It still felt like a generic MMO with a Skyrim wrapper. I had issues with the targeting system. It wasn't really on-spot targeting like Skyrim. It was just general area. As long as you like looked at them and locked onto them, that was that. So there wasn't really any skill-oriented, which what I was hoping for. I really enjoy skill-oriented games. It's where it's not just the gear. It's kind of MMO I've been hoping for, where it's not just the gear. There's a little skill involved, but that.
What was the fuck the point of that? What's the point of that, you fucking douche? And I like this. There's a reason I don't like cinematic trailers. I like watching them, but I don't like them because they lie to people.
Mm-hmm.
There was this. I showed you the cinematic trailer for the invasion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that trailer looks amazing. Like Daedric forces plowing through soldiers, nothing stopping them, and then you get to the actual invasion in the game, and it's nothing like that. It's far less than that.
Yeah.
For more, if I can, or I remember to link like Angry Joe's his review of the game, which I'm basing some of this off of because I haven't personally played the game. I'm getting most of my facts from IGN.
Mm-hmm. I can.
The ultimate.
I can qualify some if I can recognize any of it.
the ultimate fact finding IGN.
Mm-hmm.
Giving good reviews and taking money since like 1999.
Let's not jump on this. Let's try to stay on topic of this one. It's our last video. We need to wrap at least the ESO thing up now, don't we?
Yeah, but see, that's why I'm trying to segue it also into other things. So it's like a little trailer.
All right.
Yeah, see? So I don't like the IGN. That's about it. I don't like IGN, GameStop, fucking. I don't like lots of things that they do. I don't like Jeff Knightley. I don't care if it's uncouth to make fun of somebody in like a video.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, you are. I can hear you, brother.
Sorry about that. Went to my scary film there.
I don't care how uncouth it may be. I don't care who the man is. I don't care how many supporters, quote unquote, friends he has. He's not a. He's just an asshole. And when fucking Joel Hale was like, when he was at the VGXs, I cried. I laughed my ass off.
And not for the good reasons.
No, I laughed my ass off because Joel Hale just like honestly did not want to be there, and they still brought him on for some retarded reason. So the next VGXs, which is this year, at sometime, I don't know what, I don't know when. It is. It's sometime this year. I just don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
Is it would. I never put much stock into VGXs, but like that's a top for another day of VGXs.
All right.
And
Anything back on the topic, or are we going on the VGXs?
Well, I don't want to go on the VGXs because I'm gonna be on that for a while. So, ESO basically is.
So Skyrim ESO got like way overrated, basically.
Yeah, it got way overrated, and it's proving how far away they are getting from Morrowind. Or, well, Bethesda didn't really do too much on the game. I get it, because they're working on, like, other shit. But it's still the principle that matter.
Yeah, I kind of loathe to... I mean, I'm a huge fan of Morrowind, so... I kind of loathe to use it a lot in this case because I'm a fanboy. So my opinion is biased in this respect. They are, however, getting far away from Morrowind. Not as far as it just being a good game, but some of the features I enjoyed in Morrowind are no longer there.
Right.
I'm not saying good things didn't happen. I think Skyrim did a lot of things really well. Especially if you get into Oblivion. We're not going to go into that one. That's... we'll bash Oblivion another day.
Radiant AI.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about
But
that.
even, like, ESO... I don't feel they even tried. They were basically just going off the brand name and seeing what they could win from that whole hoopla.
I almost did. I was trying to get both of them, but I kept flummoxing around.
Yeah. So ESO was a big disappointment, and they had good ambitions. I felt
The siege battles and like the clan fights, I thought were really cool. Or I thought would have been like amazing.
the idea was really cool. However, getting that many people to cooperate in that thing, it's not so much. Getting large groups together, say, even in a game like WoW, where there's a huge fan base for it, a dedicated fan base.
Or PlanetSide. Actually, PlanetSide has to be the easiest.
Getting people going for large raids involves some serious, like, coordinating to do. They just... And this wasn't even something that was set in the game, it was just supposed to be always going on. Like, some always open PvP, which is a cool idea. But a lot of people will just ignore it and do the grinding or the leveling just because it's easier. There'll be some that'll do PvP simply because they enjoy the PvP. But the system would involve a lot of people being really involved and invested in the system, which is difficult.
And one of the worst things that I found out about it is the making money system, where like horses are like 17,000 gold. Enemies will drop 1 gold, or a boss or a high level like bad guy will drop maybe 2. I'm not sure if they patched that or not. As far as I can tell, they haven't. So it's like they're trying to get money, and that's all it seems like they're doing is trying to get like a money grab going on.
Yeah.
And
the other thing they talked about early on was like cooperation. Supposedly it was really important to
you can't even
cooperate,
find your friend in the fucking instance. You can't.
Yeah, and there were supposed to be features like, say, you were supposed to be able to like combo attacks and whatnot. That was totally absent from the game. There was no involvement of comboing attacks as far as I could tell. Sure, some abilities might work together, but that's more happenstance than anything. Pretty much any MMO can do that. They weren't like either tailor-made or some extra effects.
Right.
Was what we were looking for.
It seems like a game that seemingly doesn't know what it wants to be. If it wants to be an Elder Scrolls game, or it wants just to be a fantasy game. What it wants to be, I don't know. But I do know, like, gamers have to stop giving in to, like, shit like this. We can't keep asking for the bare minimum shit. This is starting to be...
It's not bad to be greedy sometimes.
Yeah, this is going back to where, for a little while, because games were starting to come out and games were starting to be, like, really, really good, I thought that there wouldn't be any more, like, kind of bad games. But apparently I'm wrong. They're getting worse when they get bad. Fucking...
Games have become less about showing something amazing
new
as
and
in making money.
Yeah.
I understand the necessities of running a business. However, this has just gotten worse as time went.
If you're not doing it for the people, what are you doing it for?
It's not seeming to stop. So I'm worried that this will go until it crashes finally.
Well,
I do ever have hope for some indie developers. Yes, there's plenty out there to make money.
Yeah.
But I have seen a lot lately that are really investing time into making good games. So I'm hoping that can move forward.
And
Corruption, however, is imminent in all cases. So I can only hope there's enough out there willing to put a foot forward and try to make a good game, basically.
It's sad with that because you'd hope that game developers would know terrible games and they wouldn't make them themselves, but say, like, with Titanfall.
Hmm.
Now, I don't like Titanfall too much, but I will applaud the guys who respawn, because when Infinity Ward told them no, we want to make fucking Modern Warfare 3, and they said no, we want to make our own IP, they broke off from Infinity Ward and made Titanfall. I don't like Titanfall too much, but I'll applaud them for what they did.
I can applaud them for going out. Again, not my kind of game, but it is a good game, and I applaud them for doing what they wanted to do in that situation. In ESO's case, I'm not sure what happened with the development team.
It's a new development team. It's a small development team. They're working on a giant project. They were either didn't have enough old guys to help them out, or they did, or they just. I don't think it's entirely they've tried to fuck the game up.
No, I doubt it was their fault. The developers often aren't totally at fault. I know we're poking a lot at ZeniMax, but I feel like the title was rushed and
I like
forced
New
forward.
Vegas. New Vegas, they did well. Or was
Oh,
that
yeah,
Obsidian? Was that Obsidian?
That was
they were doing
Obsidian, I
that?
believe.
But wasn't ZeniMax helping that? I think ZeniMax helped them make it. Holy shit, what did he do? What did he buff him up? Oh, that's
Yeah.
not the same character I was thinking of.
So, again, it's issues of the game getting rushed out.
Yeah.
Games are pieces of artwork, in my opinion, or should at least be treated as such, and not be rushed out the door in such respect. It's just bad form.
It's
And
bad
it
form,
makes,
but
I mean,
they got
I'm not even at the point
deadlines.
I'm not even at the point of getting super angry about it. It's just sad, because I see good games like, say, Watch Dogs and stuff going under the table because of development boards and funding.
Ubisoft lost a fucking license for that game, like twice.
Yeah,
Or I
and
think,
I mean-
they lost like one store in development, and then they couldn't put the game out because of it. Dude, they're all gonna fuck you. Ew, you turned into that fucking bird thing.
Yep.
Thing's nasty. I'm probably not gonna make it over there, so I'm just gonna grab something random and then go over there anyway. I doubt I'm gonna make it over there before the game's over.
Yeah.
But
So
it's like Battlefield 4
Mhm.
was. I know DICE wouldn't have released the game as it was if unless they were under pressure from fucking EA. I know DICE would not have really, and if EA's gonna rush DICE when they're making Battlefront 3, I'm gonna be really angry, because Battlefield 4 crashed a whole bunch, and it just had massive crashing and problems with PC. God damn you, you motherfucker! Pen and kill.
I feel this is one of the issues we have with them being like rushed out the door. I'm pretty sure these could have been good games if they had more development time.
Yeah.
The thing with making games
Wait, tell me when it's
is
gonna end, because I gotta.
they're heavily reliant on programming, which is full of problems. They always pop up. So setting dates for games is just difficult for the developers, because these are things that are developed over time and can change rapidly. So we miss a lot of the good features that could be evident or can appear in a game, like the earlier one shown in Watch Dogs, and
I might have to stop there. We're gonna destroy this Nexus very, very soon.
it's just sad. I
Yeah.
hope in future this won't be an issue.
Alright, everybody.
That's something for another day.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to destroy this Nexus. We win. Thank you guys for this first session, and hope to see you guys soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.